Hello, everybody, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Cache, and you are here for day one of the Inheritance Trilogy Read-Along. Also, Habaragani. It happens to also be Imani, the last day of Kwanzaa and Kwanzaa-thon. And I mean, what better way to talk about Black culture and Black people than to talk about Black books with Black women on the screen? I'm excited. I'm excited. So, without further ado, I'll let my lovely co-hosts introduce themselves.
All right. I guess I'm the only one unmuted, so I can start. Hi, I'm Chloe of Thistle. I review science fiction and fantasy by Black authors over on my channel. Yeah, is there anything else I should say to introduce myself? I feel like that's everything. Yeah, I feel like that's it.
I'm Emmarae from Emmarae Empowered. I talk about books and do a lot of random things on my channel, but I'm very excited to read the Inheritance Trilogy. I've already started it. I'm on chapter 2, and I'm hyped.
Okay, everyone. My name is Shomla. You've seen me around in chats in the comment section as Miss Awesome Saucy. I first did the Broken Earth Trilogy read along with Chloe, and I just ate those books up. and I was hoping that she would do another read along, so here it is. So I'm super excited.
Glad to have you. You've been so enthusiastic and great, even though like nothing has
Man,
happened.
for real.
What's going on? I need to put this on Twitter.
Everything. I've been loving it. I have been loving it. Super duper glad to be here. Y'all, I had people texting me, are we starting today? How are we doing? Do I need to be on Discord? Hey, you need to be here. Here is where you need to be. Like that's the bottom line. Also, don't play. That's not what I'm trying to do. I don't want you to play. I'm trying to make sure I got these good old, you know what I don't like? Description boxes. I'd be forgetting about those things. So I'm trying to make sure I didn't forget about it. Okay, no, I didn't, but I do need to put y'all in the description box. So there we go. I need to make sure that's there. All right, y'all. Let's say hello to everybody and then we'll get started. We got Heather in here. I'm ready. I have to finish making a cheesecake. First of all, I'm jealous. And then run the dishwasher before I can start reading. But I will be starting the book tonight. Awesome. Okay, it's too many of y'all talking to me. Let's mute this phone. Sorry, y'all. There's too many alerts. Adrian, ooh, come through, new avatar. I see you looking fancy. Okay. Hey, Marlena, it's so good to see you. Deidra, out here, got my copy ready. Yes, for those of you guys who don't know, the lovely Deidra of ShadeTree Reads is also a co-host for this lovely read-along. So definitely be looking for her on one of these lovely Saturdays. Make sure you're subscribed as well, because, you know, she creeping up to 1,000 and we need to get her there, is all I'm saying. Shamla pulling double duty. Arlene, hello. Also loving the hair. Happy New Year to you. Erica, what's good? It's so good to see you. Dejana. Hey, y'all. So this isn't the channel that she has yet, but y'all, my CP launched her YouTube channel today. So, you know, it's Hey, It's Day. So you should just go check it out, is all I'm saying. Lucretia, hello. Also loving the avatar. Beautiful melanin. Oh, yeah. So, as Shomla is asking, has anyone started yet? Let us know. Okay, I said I was ready and then I wasn't, but I'm back now. It's fine. Curly Top says, hey, I'm here with my copy. Awesome. All right, y'all. So if you are not, the Discord is linked in the description box below. So definitely make sure that you are there and you have it added on there and you're in there so you can be there for the discussion, because I feel like that's where we'll have the like spoiler chats and whatnot as well, so you can talk in there. All right, haven't started. Queen, hello, D. It's so good to see you. Hola. I love you too. All right, y'all. So, does anybody have anything they want to say or any thoughts or anything before we get into the first sprint? It's my first like official read along with multiple hosts. So like I don't want to not let people get their time to shine. So let me know. Okay. All right, y'all. Well, we're gonna put 30 minutes.
Let's get into it.
Okay, let's get into it. I am going to be listening to it on audiobook. Why? Because I know y'all can't tell, but my hair isn't finished, so your girl's gonna be doing her hair while she's like listening. So I'm gonna be me and be the blackest person I can be, and that's I'm gonna be listening to N.K. Jemisin while doing faux locks, and that's just the blackest thing I can think of me doing tonight. So there we go. Thank you. This is only my second time doing faux locks, and I'm so much better than the first time. Practice, y'all. Practice.
Hey. I loved faux locks. That was my favorite style to do.
Right?
And now I have locks.
Man, so I've already been like, okay, so I'll have this until mid-February. I'll let it out. I kind of want to do a rinse because I want to lock my hair in March, but I like it to be tinted. Your girl has already formulated a hair plan because that's what I mean, since I started a little bit, but I didn't want to get too far. Yes, because I'm going to be like, y'all better come back. Y'all are too far ahead. We can't talk about that yet. I'm going to be saying stuff like that, okay? I'm restarting with y'all tonight. Yes, Lucretia, let's do it. I'm very new to Discord, so do I leave and go over there? No. Just like, so for those of you guys who aren't in the Discord, all day today, we've been in there like, I'm excited. I can't wait to read. Where are you at? You missing out on all of that community if you're not in the Discord. That's all. I love the audiobook, right? Yay! Love the energy. Yeah, don't need to leave out. Chloe over here already responding to stuff. My bad. All right, y'all. We got 30 minutes on the clock. Your girl done talked enough. In 3, 2, 1. Y'all turn them pages. All right. How did everybody do? All right. Where did y'all get? How's everybody doing? Okay, everybody's following. Okay. Oh, I'm in chapter 3, and she just met Sia, and I'm like, I started squilling as soon as he started talking. I was like, yes, it's my favorite character. Okay, so that's how I am so far. How about y'all?
I'm on page 21, so I'm still on chapter 2. And we just met Lady Skimina. That's how you say her name?
Man, Samina, man.
I'm not very far. Oh, sorry. Okay. I'm not very far. I haven't eaten dinner yet, so I'm trying to stop and grab some food. I'm like a few pages in, but I've decided.
I don't know if it is. You're like super low for me, Chloe. I don't know if you're super low for everybody else. I barely hear you.
Can you hear me now? Okay. So I had to go get some food because I hadn't really eaten yet. So I didn't read a whole lot. So I'm only like 12 pages in. But I think I'm gonna draw the little like sigils that they describe on people's foreheads, like wherever they show up in the book. Because like I kind of want to doodle in the book, but I didn't know like how I was gonna pick what doodles to do.
I can't hear you at all, Emmarae.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
There we go. Fixed it. Sorry. I was gonna say I love the idea of drawing out the sigils. That's such a great idea. I have a sigil tattoo and I didn't even think of that. I was just like, oh, they have sigils, dope. I'm in the beginning of chapter 3. I stopped reading because Prince Anki just made a bomb dinner, so I was eating for most of that. The last half.
So apparently I need to eat because apparently that's what everybody else is doing, and I just decided to do it. I should be eating the next one.
Shamal was with you. Shamal didn't eat, from what I remember.
See,
I ate before.
See, I ate before too, and now I'm
ate
hungry. But that's also could be the munchies. So there's
yeah, they're making me hungry too.
I'm on page 27. And so like, okay, so where everyone's at, so everyone that's on the screen, we've all gotten to the part where they met Samina. That part. Okay, so how are y'all feeling about this story? If this is your first time reading, especially, how are you feeling so far?
I'm really liking it.
It's this is the second time we're reading, right?
For me, it is. It's the second time I'm reading it. Yeah.
Oh. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it kind of like the beginning of 5th season. It was kind of feels like that, and I'm intrigued on why they need the sigils. They kind of teased at it, but I guess we're gonna learn more as the book goes on. But I'm really interested in seeing why they have that.
So at this being the reread for me, one, I would get excited at stuff that like I was like, I remember listening and being like, "Ooh, that's gonna be important." So like I was getting excited knowing what was coming, but also I was like, this time I was paying a lot more attention to the descriptions of people, especially because of the fan art in the Discord. Because I was looking at the fan art of Yana from NK's blog that Chloe had posted. And I remember seeing it and I remember being like, that's not how I pictured her. But all the comments were like, this is how I pictured her. And I was like, well, they describe her skin as like deep forest brown. And like, that's not the color I got in that picture. So it was just more interesting, just like our interpretations of what like we heard and paying attention. Because like I didn't remember Terrell having a red braid. I remember him having a braid. I didn't remember it being red, but listening to it is this long red braid. So that's more what I've been paying attention to this time.
I was laughing reading the comments. Arlene called Samina.
Chloe, you're low again for me. I'm so sorry, y'all.
Hey, I was just laughing reading the comments. Arlene called Samina Lady Simeon, and I feel like that's accurate. I don't like her either.
Wait, Shay, I think you're muted. Look at us. We're
Totally
killing
muted.
it.
We're just all just doing the thing today. Apparently, none of us know what we're doing. Gosh. Yeah, no. So I was like, so here's the thing. I don't like Samina, but I like that her character exists. Like, I like that, like, well, we're not deep enough in it, but I just like that her character exists. I won't tell you why. We'll be reading, and during the weeks, I'll be like, that's why her character needs to exist. Here's the thing. I am a fan of female villains. I just am. Like, I like ruthless females. I like it sometimes, you know? So I hate her character. I'm so glad that she meets the end she meets. But your girl was like, she's necessary. Cause she's necessary. Like, to me, like, when I read the book, I just think like there's a line that's like she's the epitome of what the Emmarae are. Like, she's the most Emmarae character like there. And like, in order for you to understand the Emmarae, her character gotta exist. Just gotta exist, is my thought. So Arlene said page 23, technological genius. You know, we be slacking over here. We be slacking. She's not hopeless. Can you imagine? Also, can I say that when she said, I often get confused for a boy, I giggled. I was like, I just like the way that she's just matter of fact about everything she says and thinks. Like, it just is. Miss Maya says, just got to chapter 2. Did I hear my sweet baby see his name? Yes, in chapter 3. I'm so excited. Also, can I say that I love the audiobook narration? Because when she changes to Sia's voice, like, it's like hearing a little kid talk. Like, you really do be like, oh my gosh, you're just a little kid and you just want to hug him and he's just good. And then you remember he's not a kid at all, but you know, it's the thing. The writing style, can we talk about how, like, it's two different stories, but the same, like, the Broken Earth is so good, and then the Untitled Trilogy is so good, and like, had I not known they were the same author, I would not have known had you not told me, because they tell the story so differently, in my opinion, the way she tells it. But also, I will say that I'm a fan of the way that she tells a story throughout every story. I'm trying to say this oratorily. I don't know if I'm saying the word right, but every time it's somebody talking to you. It's not just the narration. It's someone talking to you to tell you the story. And that's like my favorite way to learn a story is like, because that's how we as Black people tell stories. Like, we do. Okay, all right, y'all. We're going to get to the next spread. I'm just gushing because I love this series. As y'all see, I was super excited for this. Okay. So this is my second.
Oh, sorry.
Say that again. I'm sorry.
Like, I like what she does with focus in the intro for each one. Like, she always starts off with like, oh, it's all this exciting stuff going on, but none of that really matters. But then,
right, just pay attention to this. I love when she was like, I'm pretty sure that Terrell was saying things that I needed to be listening to, and it probably would have been really helpful, but I was not at all listening. And I was just like, I've totally been there. I've totally been on the little HR walk through the thing and somebody's telling me about all the stuff that goes on in the building and I'm like peeping who's in there and paying attention to everything else but what they're saying. Like, I feel it. D said, it took me too long to see who has the best price on the ebook and I realized I had Audible. I love the way the story begins. Hey, it does. It begins so good. Marlene says, I started reading and then immediately download the audio version to go with it. Fabulous. Yes. Upset that this 19-year-old is paying for her mother fleeing the Emmarae. That part That part. That part. Salters, what's good, fam? Killing it. I love this. I know, right? Loving it. Deidra, they can be vicious, but they are so strong. For sure. So now I know Samina is a villain before I meet her. Good to know. Well, like, I mean, technically, you would have known the time you hear her name. As soon as you hear her name, you're told, like, people gonna die. It's the second chapter. I'm not spoiling nothing. Second chapter, you get told, hey, we all here, and somebody gonna end up dead. But who ends up dead don't matter to me. Wait, what you mean? Are you not my grandfather? What do you mean it don't matter who dies? All I'm saying is I can't wait for the discussion about this because I have so many feelings about this grandfather being like, everybody must serve. Hey, KJ, so good to see you. I'm ashamed to admit this is my first Jemison novel. Well, it's a hell of a novel to start off with. Right. Strap in for a ride. Yeah, because this one is crazy. Okay, this is wait. You have no idea. You got to get through all 3 books. All 3 books. You can't just stop at book 1. You're not going to get the full story. You got to read all of them. All of them. I'm just saying. I read this years ago and love this series. I'm excited to reread this. I know, me too. No, that's exactly how we do it. My grandma would stop a story to give me the whole history of somebody I'll never meet before she could Right? Right. It's a whole thing. Hey, Sabrina, so good to see you. I'm so glad you're here. Yes, the way we as Black people actually tell stories isn't often reflected in traditional publishing. Your girl is here to try to change that when she published her book. Y'all gonna be like, dang, it's a lot of talking. Well, because that's how Grandpa was telling the story. I'm sorry. All right, y'all. Now we've gotten through the chatting. We'll get another 30 minutes ring going. And 3, 2, 1. Y'all turn in pages. All right. How did everybody do? Let me know how you did in the comments. Y'all, I was on the, obviously still working on my hair. So that's why I was like, oh, dang, I got a whole bunch I got to catch up on. So how are y'all feeling? Where's everybody at? Fill me in.
I'm on page 40 in this edition. And really liking it a lot. I love that in N.K. Jemisin's stories, you're just really thrown in. Like, you don't have to suffer through the, like, it was a drizzly Tuesday and the wind was like this and here I am just doing my thing. Like, she just throws you in the story, and I really, really like that. All these, like, gods are not gods talk is very, very intriguing. And I said in our private chat that I wish I had the ability to just, like, super speed read, because I want to know what's happening, what are they, what's going on. But yeah, really enjoying it.
I totally feel that. Lucretia, did you tell us which one do you have? Oh, you have book one only. Okay, so I don't know. Interesting enough, yeah, because wherever you are, you might be way ahead of me, because I'm not at chapter 5 yet. I'm in chapter 4. I think I just I'm like a couple chapters from ending chapter 4 and starting chapter 5. So, but I don't know if that's the same in the book that you have. So one, I just saw the private chat. Y'all, that's hilarious. So that's that. It's about spoilers and not giving spoilers. So where am I? So I just finished. I'm just about to finish chapter 4, and so I got to where it's Varane and Yanni and Sia in Varane's place. Are y'all there too? Have y'all gotten there, or know where y'all at?
I'm on page 41, so we just got to Varane's place.
Okay, you just got to Varane's place. Okay. In that scene, Sia in that scene, I was like, oh, this is why I love him. I love him. And then also, again, since it's a reread, I'm seeing all the things that it was like, these were the breadcrumbs that you missed. I mean, I figured it out before we got to the reveals, but still, it's breadcrumbs that I just did not see coming. And I'm like, this hindsight 2020 thing. So yeah. Let's see. I feel like we had Bree join us, and we had a bunch of comments. Let me see. Okay, let me do this. Whoa, dang, there's a lot more comments that I didn't see. Well, obviously, I was in the other room for 30 minutes, so there we go. This mother-daughter relationship things for NK child. Here's the thing. NK has said, I am sure in the future, some graduate student somewhere is going to write a whole paper on how they feel that I have mommy-child issues because of 5th season and Inheritance Trilogy. I don't. That's not it. But somebody's going to say it. And I laughed so hard when I read it, because I was like, I totally see somebody doing a African-American studies doctorate thesis on that. Also, now I see so many. Okay, so have we've all read The Broken Earth, right? Okay, not yet.
I finished the last two.
Okay, but you read the first one.
Mm-hmm. Emmarae, you read the first one.
Okay,
I know,
right? I'm not gonna make you feel as bad as you should feel. I'm just playing. But okay, so we all kind of like very like easily saw the like parallels between like being Black and being an origin, right? So now, like, going back and looking, I totally see so many more parallels to Blackness in this than when I read it the first time. Like, especially in this conversation with Varane in there and them talking about like what the gods are and what's going on and everything. And I'm like, now if they did a thesis about that, NK, would they be wrong? Would that be a bad thesis? How would you feel about that? So that's like where I'm at now, because I'm like, ooh, Oh, this conversation about weapons. This conversation about what it. Y'all. I'm just so excited. Okay. Unique. Hey, for those of you guys who don't know, Unique did a live today. She is starting a book club. You should go check it out. If you haven't, there's a replay available. So there's. Into chapter 3 is crazy, is it not? Is it? See it, sweet son. What he did, you know what? The way he was like, I cannot wait till you die. I was like, I mean, if Sia said it, it's as good as gold for me. Like, I don't even care that he wants you to die. Like, it's Sia. Like, what you want me to do about it? Should have left him alone. He said, I'll be hopping in on the next one, but I may have to mute for spoilers. Yeah, we're reading together, so it's like no spoilers up to like what we've read. That's why I'd be like, hey, where's everybody at? So I don't say nothing. Naha is for dark romance readers. Y'all heard me on my video when I said Naha, no, y'all don't even know that man. All I'm saying is, if they turn this into a show, I'm watching. That's all I'm saying. They turn it into a show, your girl is watching. Not this being how I found out I like dark romance. I love it. Adrian, I'm sorry. I just love this avatar. You're just so pretty. So, like, not that you're not pretty any other time, but it's such a cute avatar. I am so behind. It is totally fine. We got time for one more sprint, and that'll be 90 minutes of reading. Y'all, we getting through this. I mean, you like what you like. And look at the range of NK. First of all, let's talk about range. Let's talk about how she writes about stuff that in our normal society would be weird AF, but you be reading and you be like, no, that totally makes sense. Nah, that totally would be something that I could totally see that happening. And wait till y'all get to the point where I'm really talking about this, because when we get to that scene, I'm going to be like, now how many of y'all is going to try that? How many of y'all is going to be like, hey, this is what I'm going to do with my life? Because we need to have a poll. There will be a poll, is all I'm saying. Lucretia,
I cannot wait.
I'm so excited. Naha be threatening to kill this girl and blow her back out in the same breath. You know what? Here's the thing. I feel like you're reading between the lines because that man did not say that. I feel like you was like, this sounds kind of sexual, and I feel like this goes back to that dark romance. How are we all getting these kind of vibes? And that man did not say that. He did not. He clearly was like, he ain't even over there bothering you, little girl. She being temperamental. He over here. He over there. She over there. And he, dogs. They got their own personalities, y'all. Okay, Lucretia, were you able to get this figured out in the comments? Let me know. We know Heather. Where's Nicole? Heather and Nicole, I know y'all like some dark romance. I know y'all do. Page 66, I have forgotten how much I love this. It's so good. It's so good. It's amazing. I love the active voice. Right. Come on. The storytelling. How does that go? Wait, there was a song from my childhood. What was that song? What's the story? Like, I love. Okay, all right. I'm going to stop schooling, and we're going to do the last sprint in a second. Update. I still haven't started the book, but you have made cheesecake. So while I understand the point is to read the book, the fact that there's cheesecake in your house is also a good thing, is all I'm saying. Especially because the people who make cheesecake or the cream cheese been paying people to not make cheesecake because it's a shortage. So the fact that you got it, it's like, hey, can I come over and get some? Is low key what I'm asking. Can I? I'll be on page 1 after I finish eating. Let's start at page 1 because I forgot about the sprints. No, you're fine. I'm reading slowly. Don't want to miss anything. I'm on page 11. Dang, do I need to slow down? Y'all got me worried. The audio is giving me everything I ever needed, plus the narrator is awesome. I'm reading the omnibus and I'm still on 1%. I feel like you're going to be on 1% for like 100 and something pages because, the book. Made it to chapter 4. Naha and Sia showing out a bit in chapter 3. Sia is like, did you see? Did you see? I told you. Did you see her? I was like, yes, be excited, 9-year-old little boy that's not really 9 years old. I hope I didn't make you say no spoilers. I'm sorry. No, I don't think you did. I feel like I haven't done spoilers. I feel like I just been like, hey, y'all don't know what's coming. I've done that a few times. Definitely reading the omnibus version in chapter 2 was multitasking good. I'm basically still on chapter 1. Hey, y'all, if it wasn't for the audiobook, I'd be right there with y'all, but your girl need to finish her hair. I'm seeing new things that I'm reading now. I feel like I was asleep reading this in the past, right? Someone in private chat had a theory. We were debating if we should confirm it or not, right? I hit the rewind on my audio to make sure I didn't miss anything, right? Ooh, happy early birthday, husband of Heather. All right, y'all. I got through all the comments. There we go. That was my one goal. 30 minutes on the clock. I'm so excited, y'all. Let's see where we ended at. And 3, 2, 1. Y'all turn in pages.
invites you to meet. Why? You seek allies.
All right. How did everybody do? As y'all see, I'm like deep in it. I'm deep in it and excited. I'm excited. How was that last sprint for you ladies? How are y'all feeling? What are your thoughts?
I have many thoughts,
Okay.
but I don't want to say it because I don't want to spoil anyone.
Okay.
I have theories.
I'm finally up to chapter 51. We met Nahados. Because people were saying stuff that was going on. I was like, I don't remember this. I have to get caught back up. I don't remember this. And I'm just at the part where she's like, oh, I had a dream about him last night. And then the dream's terrible. I'm trying to sketch it out. But yeah, that's where I'm at.
Yeah, I'm at the part where she's going to the consortium session.
Okay. Okay. I'm on page 66. Chapter 12. Are you speed reading? Or had you already started? You on chapter 12 already?
The audio on 2-speed.
Right. You on 2-speed? Because I'm on and I'm right at I'm like 2 pages away from chapter 7 starting.
I'm 2 pages. Chapter 6. I'm almost to chapter 6.
Okay. So you're in the chaos chapter, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
That's so cool that he can turn into a black hole. That's so cool.
Man, right? He just did. So here's the thing. As I'm like reading and going through it and whatnot, I'm sitting here and I'm like, the mind that came up with this is so freaking amazing. It's just so much. It's so much. And I'm loving it. And I'm to the part where she's talking to Sia again, but the first time since everything is happened her first night and whatnot. And I'm at this scene and I'm like, man, I just miss my grandma. I felt for Sia. Some days you just want somebody to sit in somebody's lap and somebody rub your back and just make you feel safe. And the thought of even a god needs that comfort is just I love it. And then also to understand what that means story-wise is just awesome.
I don't know much about Orishas, but Sia kind of reminds me of the Ivaji. Is that how you say it? Does anyone know? The twins that are little kids and they just run around making a bunch of mischief. But then if you tell on their parents, who I think are Oya and Shango, then they kind of dial down the shenanigans. But I don't know, the way that he's described makes me think of that. So far, the gods have kind of made me think of the Orishas a little bit.
Interesting. So I just thought for Sia, I just thought he was every version of history's trickster god. So Loki or Anansi or that's what I thought he was. But I also don't know a lot about the Orishas to know what Orisha would be a trickster to be comparable to. But that's interesting though. Okay, I wasn't sure if you wanted. Okay. Let's see, where do we stop? Okay, on the fence about Varane and Tyrell. I like Tyrell, don't like Varane. I did that the first time I read it, and that's how I feel this time. Yeah. Varane can go kick rocks. I am with you. What if Varane is the one that helps and Tyrell is the betrayal plot twist? Is that a thing? Right? This was my thing. When Sia was I'm going to what did he say? I'm gonna kick your heart around like a kickball or something. And I was
I wrote it down in the private chat. I was like, it's amazing.
Okay, yes, you did. You did. I will claim your heart as a toy and kick it for 100 years. And when I am finally free, I will hunt down all your descendants and make their children like me. Okay, so here's the thing. Okay. So, and after he says that and leaves, Varane is like, and that's why, because like, he may be a kid and he's making it threat, but he means it, right? And so like being the super blackety black person that I am, right? All I hear is it sounds like the fear of white supremacy in America. That fear that once we are free, we'll do to you what you have done to us this whole time, and you have to do whatever it is in your power to keep that from happening. But that's just cachet and what she heard when she.
No, that's most definitely what it feels like.
Like that's what it felt like. Like it was like he will do this if given the opportunity. So we have to do everything we can to make sure he never does it. But it's like, but you did this first. Like you started it. But whatever. Lucretia says, I'm into Samina, not sorry. Like I said, she's a necessary character. Even though she, like, where I'm at right now, I'm with every time Yenna's like, I'm not giving her the satisfaction. I don't even want to fake a smile for her. I'm like, me either. I wouldn't. I don't like you. I'm not going to pretend that I do. I'm just saying that Yenna resonates with me. Yenna, we're like, I feel it. Just hit chapter 4. I want to keep reading. All I'm saying is in the Discord, it's broken up chapters 1 through 8 for the spoiler. So your girl is reading chapter 1 through 8 for week 1. So I'm not stopping. I'm going to keep going. I might finish the book this weekend, though, if I'm being really honest, because it's just so good. And I'm like, I just want to go through and relive it all. Hey, Tina, thank you for joining us. That dream was terrible, for sure. Oh, I devour books when they grab my attention, and this is a reread for me. Right. Is this fantasy, sci-fi, or both? Okay, so I want to ask the resident sci-fi fantasy person, because I don't be knowing what's fantasy and what's sci-fi, only because I read this quote, and I feel like this is why I don't ever know the difference, is that it's like, I'm paraphrasing, so I'm probably gonna say it wrong, but it's like depending on how the story is told, some magic is scientific and some science is magical. So like that being the explanation that like they're kind of one and the same, like they kind of do the same. So I don't know the difference. So Chloe, I'll let you take it away.
I don't know. I think that there's like a science fiction-y logic to it, especially with the last book in the series. But for me, I felt like this was fantasy, and I feel like I had a lot easier time categorizing it as fantasy as opposed to something like the Broken Earth Trilogy. But I don't know if anyone else has other opinions on that.
So the only reason I thought fantasy is because the world is completely different from ours. And I think science fiction, when the world, like the base of the world is similar to ours, but like the mechanics are different. And so that was how I was determining it. Because like to me, Broken Earth is science fiction, and Heritage Trilogy is fantasy. But I could totally be wrong. So that's why I deferred to your knowledge, because you grow up. I just started reading this stuff within the last couple of years. Your girl ain't even been reading it that long. Don't give me the line.
Yeah, I mean, I think people pretty commonly refer to this one as fantasy, and like Broken Earth is like kind of more divided on it, I think. But yeah, I don't know. I'm not like gonna, plant a flag and like argue about it.
Right. Nah, I just was like, I'll let your expertise tell us. Should we be at a specific place for next Saturday? My hope is to be starting in chapter 9 because I'm getting into this spoiler chat like ASAP. So y'all, let's get in there. I'm being in the Discord like, okay, y'all. So here's how I feel, and this is where I'm at, and it's a reread. And luckily, it's like designated. So if you get spoiled, it's your fault and not mine. That's all I said. That's all I'm saying. She is, and I'm just saying. I would have to admit that she's even braver than me. Because at 19, I wouldn't done. I'm not saying I wouldn't have missed out on the ride of my life, but I would have because I'm not as brave as 19-year-old Yana is all I'm saying. All I'm saying.
You wouldn't have
now
snapped.
At 30, I'm a little brave. At 30, 31, I might be like, I might try it. I might.
You wouldn't have fought Nahados for Cleo?
She
can't hear, hopefully.
Who, Emmarae?
Super black person. I'm still in this distribution. That is also, can I say that I love that this is like a school picture avatar? I think that is so awesome. Thanks for the explanation, y'all. I want to put this book in some hands. It's so good. It's good. I'm going to finish this book this week. This is my first read of 2020. I'm not going to lie. If we come back to next week's sprints and everybody has finished book 1, I'm going to laugh. Only because I see it happening because it's such a good story. It's legit how it happened for me the first time I read it. I started it and I almost didn't sleep for 24 hours because I just kept reading it in between doing things is all I'm saying. The pick is everything, is it not? It is. Okay, you guys, we got 90 minutes of reading done today. We have 3 more weeks, and then we have the live show on Chloe's channel. Ladies, do you have any announcements, any things, any last final thoughts you want to give the people before we bounce out of here?
I feel like 3 weeks is too far, Chloe.
Man, right? I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna be on Twitch talking about it in a good 15 minutes. Okay, y'all, so this is where I'm at in the book, and this is how I feel, and blah, blah, blah. So, again, but it's gonna be spoilery. Well, no, it's not, because Shomla gonna be there, so I won't be spoiling. Shomla like to play words on stream, and I don't want to be rude. But I'm gonna be wanting to spoil stuff, so y'all will hear that.
Yeah, I can't.
Y'all making me want to reread.
I want to give you hints.
I do. I want to so bad. I'm and I'm not even gonna lie. Low key, I'm sitting here I'm a little irritated at y'all conversations reading this the first time because I had to read it by myself and I didn't have nobody to talk to bounce these ideas off of, and y'all just dropping stuff in the chat, and I'm like, I didn't think of that when I read it the first time.
That's why I waited. I was like, I'm not reading this by myself.
Man, I wish I was that wise. Who did y'all say started a new reading challenge on the channel? Did somebody start a new reading challenge?
Was that uniquely?
Oh, she's starting a book club. She's starting a book club. I know there's gonna be lots of videos with reading challenges and stuff dropped this month. So definitely y'all be making sure y'all subscribe to everybody. And everybody's down in the description box. And Shomla don't got a channel, but she do got an Instagram, so you can go follow her. So there's that. Okay. All right, y'all. Thank y'all so much for being here. We'll see y'all next week. Same time, same place. Bye.